Hello everyone, welcome you all to the investment management class. Today I am going to discuss about valuation of equity shades. In the previous session we have understood on the valuation of preference shades. So how we do evaluation for the preference shades, in the same thing we also evaluate the equity shades for the investment. So after investing the money or before investing the money, we have to evaluate whether we have the profitable return or not. So in order to do that, we go for the evaluation. So already I have discussed with you people in the previous session, that is there are so many like methods to calculate the equity shade. So we apply present value, future value, then constant growth model. We also apply CAPM approach, then one stage model, then constant stage model, then multiple stage model. There are so many kinds of model we are going to apply. Okay, so in the current session I am going to discuss you about the calculation of present value, future value for equity shades and the constant dividend growth model, then H model. In the constant growth model only it will come, and later on CAPM approach. So these are all the things we are going to understand. So in that first one, that is present value and the future value calculation. So I have taken the question from the question paper, that is December 2007, Jan 2008. That is 0, the scheme is MBA 3F2. Question number is 7B. I just read out the problem. We just go through that, it is displayed in the PPT. The Praveen wants to buy honest company stocks and hold on it for 5 years. He estimates that 3.44 rupees dividend would be paid by the company continuously for the next 5 years. He hopes to sell the shades at 60 rupees at the end of the 5th year. What is the present price? What is the present price of equity? And his required rate of return is 10%. So they have asked you to calculate the present value of the equity. So how we have applied the formula for bond valuation, in the same thing we also apply the similar kind of formula for the equity share. So there we were calling it as interest, here it is called as dividend. Okay, so we have to apply the present value formula. Okay, so we have to find out the price of the equity. Okay, that is present price of the equity. So we have to apply the formula, that is D1 into present value interest factor annuity R as well as N plus P1 into present value interest factor, that is R as well as N. We have to take this formula. So in the problem itself they have given the values. We have to do this in terms of seeing the table, PV table. We have to see the 1 rupee table value. So everyone should have a table in order to solve this problem. Okay, so here we can take it. So what is the D1? So where given values are, that is dividend is D1. D1 is equal to 3.44 rupees. Okay, the D1 is 3.44 rupees. And R is equal to how much? It is required rate of return is 10%. They only given in the problem. That is 10%. Okay, then N is equal to how many years? They have given it is 5 years. It is 5 years. N is equal to 5 years. Okay, then next the P1, the actual value, that is the he hopes to sell the shades. The selling price of the equity is 60. Okay. This is the information they have given. So, based on this we have to find out the P naught value, that is the price, the present price of the equity. So, apply the formula, that is P naught is equal to D1 into PV high of A R as well as N plus P1 into PV high of R as well as N. Okay. So, annuity for like table value we have to put it for R as well as N, and 1 rupee table value we have to put it for R as well as N. Okay. So, now you can take it, that is 3.44 rupees into present value interest factor annuity. R is equal to 10% and N is equal to 5 years. Same thing for the selling price, that is 60 rupees into present value interest factor. R is equal to 10% and N is equal to 5 years. So, here we have to see the annuity table value and here we have to see the 1 rupee table value. Fine. So, now you take 3.44, okay, 3.44 for 10% 5 years. See the table value for 10% 5 years is 3.791. 3.791. Okay, for 10% 5 years annuity value. See the present value interest factor annuity value, it is 3.791. Okay, check out in the table. Next, it is 60 plus 60. Present value interest factor, it is present value interest factor. See 1 rupee table value for 10% and 5 years. For 10% 5 years, how much it is? It is 0.621. 0.621. This is the table value. So, by seeing the table, you can directly write down the value of PVIF. Okay. So, multiply these two. 3.44 into 3.791. So, you will get 13.0414 plus 60 into 0.621. You will get 37.26. So, put together it is, you will get 50.30. Okay. This is the present price of the equity. Okay. If they sell it for 60, so what could be the present price? The present price could be 50 rupees 30 paisa. This is how we are going to evaluate the equity shares on the basis of present value and future value. Hope you understood. So, next moving on to the another problem from the question paper, June-July 2011. It is 08 scheme question paper. Similar kind of problem it is. Okay. Next is question number 5B, June-July 2011 question paper. I just read out the problem. Sachin wants to buy a company's stock and hold it for 5 years. He estimates that rupees 3.50 dividend would be paid by the company continuously for the next 5 years. He hopes to sell the shares at 75 rupees at the end of the 5th year. What is the present price? His required rate of return is 10%. So, the similar kind of question it is, same whatever we have solved in the previous problem, same it is. Okay, so here we have to take the formula, same formula we have to take it, that is P naught is equal to D1 into present value interest factor R as well as N plus P1 into present value interest factor R as well as N. Okay, so D1 is equal to, they only given in the problem how much, 3.50 dividend. Okay, then R is equal to 10% and this is also same for 5 years. Then P1 is equal to, it is going to sell for 75 rupees and same it is 10%, 5 years. Okay, so 3.50, see the table. The table for 10% 5 same as previous, like whatever we got 3.791, see the table 3.791 plus 75, that is table value is 0.621. Okay. So, multiply 3.50 into 3.791. So, you will get 13.2685 plus 75 into 0.621. You will get 46.575. Okay. So, 13.2685 put together it is 59.84 rupees. So, approximately 60 rupees is the present value of the particular equity shares. Okay. So, you will be having 59.84, approximately we can take 60 rupees is the present price of the equity. So, if you have 59 rupees 84 paisa of the equity shares, that can be sold for 75 rupees. This is how we are going to calculate the present value and future value of equity shares. Fine. Next, moving on to another type. Next, moving on to constant growth model. Next, moving on to constant growth model. The theory already I have told you in the previous session. Constant growth model. So, when the dividend is same for a particular period, so how you are going to calculate the value of the equity, how you are going to calculate the value of the equity. So, we are going to apply the formula. So, when they ask you to calculate the equity shares for a constant dividend growth model, that is P naught is equal to D1 divided by R minus G. Okay. Or if the P naught given, we also apply R is equal to D1 divided by P naught plus G. Okay. Next, or one more. If the G is not given, if the P naught is given, then G is not given, we apply G is equal to R minus D1 divided by P naught. So, any of these formula will be applied, either A or B or C. So, based on the availability of the data, we are going to apply either this or that or this. Okay, so let us take the question paper problem. From the year June, July 2016. June, July 2016, it's a 12 MBA scheme. The question number is 7A, which carries 5 marks. I just read out the problem, go through that. The equity stock of ABC Limited is currently selling for 30 rupees per share. 30 rupees per share. The dividend expected next year is 2 rupees. The dividend expected for 2 rupees. The investors' required rate of return on this stock is 15%. The required rate of return on the stock is 15%, and the dividend expected next year value is 2 rupees. If the constant growth model applies to the company, what is the expected growth rate? What is the expected growth rate? So, which formula you apply in these three? So, they asked you to calculate the growth rate. Which one you apply? I am hearing you are going to apply the third one, that is G is equal to R minus D1 divided by P naught. So, any one can be asked. So, sometimes they will give R value, okay. So, they may not give the like G, D1 or P naught. So, based on situations we are going to apply any one of this. So, here we are going to apply the G formula, that is G is equal to R minus D1 divided by P naught. Okay. So, here R is given, R is equal to the required rate of return is 15%, 0.15, and the D1 is 2 rupees, and the current selling price is, that is P naught is 30 rupees. Okay. So, this is how we are going to have. So, P naught is equal to market price. So, R is 0.15, they have given, D1 is 2 rupees divided by 30. So, you take 0.15 minus 2 divided by 30. So, you will get 0.067. 0.067. 0.15 minus 0.067. You will get 0.083 or 8.3%. The growth rate is 8.3%. So, if the R is 0.15 and D is or D1 is 2 rupees and the market price is 30 rupees, so then the G will be 8.3%. Okay, so you can write down P naught is equal to current market price D1 is equal to dividend for the year or for the first year, you can take any one. R is equal to expected rate of return G is equal to growth rate. Okay. So, we apply this formula and we will find out. So next moving on to another type of problem, that is H model. I will rub the board. H model. It is also comes under valuation of equity shades. So H model means like half of the period we do consider. So whatever we invest the money on the particular equity shades, so half of the period will be considered. Okay, half of the period during which the growth rate goes up and growth rate comes down. So we consider the half of the period in order to find out the value of the equity. Okay, so that is called as H model. So the H model is used to find out the market price or the particular value of the equity shades for half period. Okay, for half period. So when the growth rate goes up and comes down, so we have to consider the H model. Okay, when like growth rate is constant, and when sometimes growth rate comes down, sometimes growth rate goes up. So on that time we apply the H model. Okay, the H model applied for the growth rate. Okay, so we have to apply the formula here. So we have to find out the market price, the current market price of the equity, the current market price of the equity. Okay, so we apply P naught is equal to D naught into 1 plus Gn. So we apply the growth factor here plus H into minus Ga minus Gn divided by R minus Gn. So we apply this formula for H model, that is P naught is equal to D naught into 1 plus Gn plus H into Ga minus Gn divided by R minus Gn. We apply this formula for H model. Okay, so where P naught is equal to current price of the equity, where current market price of equity. So D naught is equal to the current dividend per year, current dividend per year, that is D naught. Next, Ga is equal to the normal growth rate or the current growth rate, whatever the equity has, current growth rate. Next, Gn is equal to the normal growth rate or if it is decrease. Okay, if it is decrease, so we consider declined growth rate, declined growth rate. So then H is equal to 1 half of the period, H is equal to half of the period during which the Ga will goes up and comes down, where Ga and Gn differ. Okay, this formula we apply. So usually they may ask for 4 marks or 3 marks. So take the problem from the question paper. December 2006, Jan 2007. December 2006, Jan 2007, question number 5C, 3 in that. The scheme is MBA 3F2. I just read out the problem, go through that. Dabur expects to pay a dividend next year for 4 rupees. Okay, the Dabur expects to pay a dividend next year of 4 rupees per share. The company is performing rapidly and the directors anticipate a dividend growth rate of 30% per year for following 2 years, after which the growth rate will fall to 10% per year indefinitely. Find present value of the company's share. Current rate is 15%. We have to find out the present value of the company share. Present value of the company share we have to find out. Okay, so here we can take whatever they have given the value. So the D naught is given here. So D naught is how much? It is 4. They have given the problem itself. Okay, so 1 plus GN. GN is equal to the current growth rate. How much it is? 0.10, 10%. Plus half of the period if you consider. Okay, so here we have a 2, isn't it? H is equal to 2 by 2 is equal to 1. H is equal to 2 by 2. If you consider, you will get 1. Okay, so for that reason, you take 1 here. So GA is equal to 0.10. Declined GN is how much? That is 0 GA minus GN. Sorry, GN is 0.10. GA is 0.30 minus 0.10. GN is 0.10, GA is 0.30. The current growth rate is 0.30. So you take this one divided by R is equal to how much? It is 0.15. Okay, that is 15% required rate. Then GN is equal to 0.10. So do the calculation for this one. 1.10 into 4, 4.4, 0.30 minus 0.10, 0.2 into 1, 0.2 divided by 0.05, 4.4 plus 0.2, 4.6 divided by 0.05. So you will get 92 rupees. You will get 92 rupees. The current market price of the equity is 92 rupees. Hope you understood. Please write down. So next moving on to CAPM model or CAPM approach, you can take it. CAPM approach. Capital asset pricing model. So capital asset pricing model also one of the technique used for calculation of equity shares. So here the investors consider the movements of share price in the stock market. So how it went up and how it comes down. So those things will be considered. So each and every movement, how it fluctuates, so will be considered for the calculation of equity shades. So usually the CAPM will be calculated for like what, in order to find out the risk factor, how much risk factor we have in the investment. So whenever the share price goes up and comes down, so whenever there is a huge fluctuation in the stock market in the movement of share price, so on that time we apply CAPM model. So here we apply the risk free rate of return, we apply the market portfolio, and we consider the beta calculation, the beta value we consider. So beta is one of the risk measurement tool to be like applied for the calculation of equity shades. Okay, so we are going to apply the formula here. So we find out the cost of equity. Cost of equity is equal to risk free rate of return plus beta into return on market portfolio minus risk free rate of return. So this formula we apply. So where K is equal to cost of equity B is equal to beta, RF is equal to risk free rate, RM is equal to return on market portfolio So we apply this formula. So I just take the problem, I just take as per the given value, and I will be finding the cost of equity. So given value okay, assume the RF is equal to 8%, then beta is equal to 0.75, RM is equal to 12%. Okay, based on this data, we have to find out the cost of equity. So apply the cost of equity formula. The cost of equity is equal to RF how much? 0.08 plus beta is 0.75, RM is 0.12 and RF is 0.08. So 0.08 plus 0.75 minus of this is 0.04. So 0.08 plus 0.75 into 0.04. So you will get 0.03 plus 0.08. So is 0.1111 or 11%. The cost of equity is 11% in this case. This is how we solve the problem on present value, future value, then constant growth model, H model and CAPM approach. Thank you so much.